Hey man, it's time for some serious rock and roll business time. So here's the idea. I'm gonna show you guys some ideas about soloing over a chord progression. The chord progression is like this: G, C, G, A, D, G, C, G, D, G. So, I'm going to kind of break it down in some different ways. Let's do it like a one shape, like this. It's a 3, 3, 4. I'm going to use, and that is like the top end of a bar chord, like a G bar chord. So we're just going to use the first 3 strings, which is G, D, B notes. Then take it to C, which is at the 8th and 9th frets. Which is a C, G, E note. Back to G. Now up to A, which is the same shape at the 5th and 6th frets, which are these notes A, E, C sharp. Then take it up to D, which is at the 10th and 11th frets. And that's a D, A, F sharp note. Now we're back to G, up to C, G, to D, and G. I'm going to do that with some timing. Let's break out the metronome. How about, let's go 83 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, G, A, D, and the G. C, 2, 3, 4, and G, D, G. Anybody recognizing the song? So it's a distinct chord progression. It's a pretty popular or famous song. I don't know if it's popular anymore. Now I'm going to put in kind of a stock lick I've taught on this channel many times. It's remember that one? Double 3s, double 5s on the 2nd and 3rd strings, double 3s on the 2nd and 3rd string. Then I bring in my middle finger to the 4th fret on the 3rd string and go back to the 2 3s. So it's, remember that one? It's a really important riff. Lick, fill, whatever you want to call it. But it is based on that shape. See the connection? Alright, so I'm going to do that lick over the chord progression. And I think this is super important that you get used to moving. You know, you come up with an idea, you have to move it to other chords and keys. That's the lesson. Here it goes. The last time I slammed it down to the root. That's a G on the 4th string, 5th fret. That's the root of the G chord. So that's a legit move for sure. And it does sound, I realize it sounds pretty kind of mechanical. That's okay. We're just in training mode. This is not necessarily a full-on performance solo. I'm just trying to get you used to the concept, and you can kind of vary the licks with timing, and you know, we sprinkle on different ideas as we go, but you have to understand the core concept, and that's what we're kind of pushing here. Now, there is one more big idea here. This relates to an exercise from the guitar aerobics book. Where does my copy go? I always put it away. Well, that's okay. I can tell you, it was a lick that one of my top students figured out, or noticed that it was very awesome. It was a lick that went, or something like, and that's kind of why I'm doing this for that person. I gotta tell you, the frets on this guitar are nearly non-existent, so I like bigger frets because the notes ring out. With these little tiny, I call them hen's teeth. They are tiny, tiny. The notes do not ring out, but I might get this refretted, so we'll see where this guitar ends up. Okay, so that lick, you know, I just noticed it's got a stripe. It's like a mahogany. All mahogany's super awesome. It's a Tisco, Tesco. It's got a nice little stripe of mahogany right down the middle. Looks like 3-piece. One, two, three, four, 5 piece. 5 pieces of mahogany. So I think that layers of, you know, what do you call it? Layers of wood. Laminated. I think that contributes to, I noticed this neck is very straight. Usually on these import guitars, the necks just go like a banana. But anyhow, so the lick, I ramble. That's like a 15, 15, 14 bending. Fifteen, 15, 14 bend. Then you take it to, so that was G, which I'm not going to do it down low, I'm going to bring it up an octave. Then our C. Back to G. So C was 8, 8, 7, 5. So you just gotta work through that. You gotta kind of sound it out a little bit. Here's your G. A, let's come up here, which is 17, 17, 16, 14. and the D, which is going to be 10, 10, 9, 7. Back to G, and a C. The G, D. Did we do D yet? It's 10, 10. Yeah, we did. Didn't we? 10, 10, 9, 7. Back to G. So you really could mix all those ideas together. You could go. Ow, this thing really hurts your hands to play. But it's cool. Anyway, I hope that you like that idea. This guitar is distracting me. I keep looking at it, these points, and like, it's so pointy. It's so funny how it's carved to just a super sharp edge here. You could really chop some things up. If you got attacked on stage, you could definitely split somebody's forehead with that. You know, when you're playing in a bar, you might. What if some guy's boyfriend got jealous and attacked the band? I mean, you never know. Fascinating. Anyway, it's just good to be. So, where do I come up with these ideas? I usually, anything I teach has usually been inspired from my students, or from if they've been successful or been frustrated with something. I like to come in and kind of detail it out and discuss it and expand on it or break it down. Or if it's something I've used on stage that has been successful and is not overly complex, which I like simple myself. Anything that's like kind of a traditional, useful, functional concept, I like to make a video about it, and it seems to be endless things to break down. So that's I have a lot of fun expressing these ideas on the channel. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I think I'm gonna post that sucker right now. All right, rock out.